The BumbleKast is for entertainment purposes only. The host's comments and opinions, and those of their guests, are wholly their own and do not represent that of any other entity. Content is provided as is, with no guarantees of accuracy or timeliness.
Welcome to the BumbleKast. I am your host, Ian Flynn, the Bumble King, and joining me as always is my Bumble co-host, Kyle, JCRB Krause.
I missed you, Pookie.
I missed you too, Pookie. How you been?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
I'm stressed out of my gourd, but that's neither here nor there because we have tons of questions to get through from our patrons over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, and our YouTube members.
Once Ian gets going, you don't get in his way.
I don't want to overshare the personal stuff. That's personal stuff. Besides, nobody cares about that. They want answers to the questions.
Once Pookie gets going.
He cannot be stopped. Beware the Pookie.
You can thank Straub for that one.
Really? Straub would call me Pookie. I am shocked.
No, she would pay me to call you Pookie.
Also, equally levels of shock.
Yeah. All right. Allison S. is starting us off. Wind and Lux are foils, but the universe has somehow forced them to run a gaming YouTube channel. No, they can't hurt each other directly or indirectly. Is it worth subscribing?
Well, yeah, because you're going in for A, the personalities, and B, the Schadenfreude.
Yes.
So, see, Lux would be the incredibly charismatic host that you kind of feel scummy. You can't put your finger on it. Something gives you the heebie-jeebies, but darn it if he ain't just affable. And he's just exquisite. Like, he's doing all the first-person shooter games and no-scoping headshots and cracking a joke at the same time. He makes it look effortless.
Uh-huh.
Wind is playing just about everything. She's, doing the horror games to laugh at them. She's doing the life sim games to screw them up horribly and be mad at them. And it's going to be a disaster one way or the other, but it's an entertaining disaster. It's when you get the two of them on cam together that things start to fall apart. Because they're not cooperative. They're actually quite antagonistic, but not necessarily in the fun way.
Yeah.
Like, the third time they actively betray one another in some fashion, it stops being funny. You start realizing they're just trying to hurt each other vicariously. They should see other people. But they won't, because this is, 10 years old of a channel and they still have 5,000 subscribers who are all very generous. So they're going to stick to it.
Hey, we have 10,000. So, we're doing a little better than they are. Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, if you factor in the looks, then the looks, if you will, we're going to bump that to 5 million.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he does game shirtless. No, he has no shame.
Yeah. All right. Here's one from Andrew D. It's time for more Anti-Mega Man. This time, it's Mega Man 10. As a recap of the game, Robo-Enza causes robots to malfunction and Roll falls ill. Wily claims infected robots stole his cure-making machine, and Mega Man teams up with Proto Man to retrieve it. Eventually, Wily reveals he created the virus to control robots, infecting Mega Man himself. Roll gives Mega Man her prototype medicine, curing him. He defeats Wily, who escapes and leaves the cure behind. What happens in the anti-version?
In the anti-version, the entire thing's legit. Like, Robo-Enza is a disease that derives from somewhere. We're maybe going to say evil Dr. Light. And it legit spreads across the world, and Anti-Wily legit made a machine to cure it, and robots legit stole it.
Rude.
And Mega Man is seeking to destroy the robots and get the cure maker back because he doesn't want to get sick. That's the only reason he's involved. And Roll begrudgingly gives up her cure because if anybody is going to stop Dr. Wily at this point, it has to be him. What does Dr. Wily want to do? He wants to have a free cure for everybody. He's quite clear about that, and Dr. Light would be able to corner the market. You can't let that happen, Mega Man. You have to shoot the old man. But Wiley makes a big deal about how it was supposed to be a worldwide cure. Dr. Light's kind of backed into a corner publicly. He's like, yes, this is all a fake campaign by Dr. Wiley, and everyone gets a free cure. Curse you, Albert.
I'm glad this is the anti-Mega Man world where Dr. Light legitimately has the Elmer Fudd voice.
Go, Mega Man, fight for everlasting peace.
Fight for everlasting beef. Beef. Comic the Hedgehog asks, we've had a Disney villain battle royale. Now it's time for a Disney princess battle royale. Remember, Elsa has ice powers, Merida is an archer, Rapunzel knocks people out with frying pans, Nala is a lion, Cinderella can talk to animals, and Mulan has a body count. Who win? Also forgetting Snow White sings to animals.
Yeah, gonna be honest, Mulan takes a quick survey of the field, goes up to Elsa and says, you need a strategist, and they just clean house.
Yeah.
Like, Elsa is so one-sided in this, it kind of, it's not, no, we got a lot of princess sickles across the field here.
But Elsa is a queen, not a princess, so I think she's disqualified.
I'm assuming we're going when she is still technically a princess.
Oh, okay.
I think that it's been a long time since I saw Frozen, but it's like, I think that's the kind of the point of the first film is she's about to be coronated to ascend. So she spends a large portion of the film being princess.
Okay. Well, what
she counts.
Okay. Well, I've never seen Frozen, so
it's a fun movie.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, the one song got overplayed to hell and back, but it's the sequel's solid too.
Let it go.
It feels very stage show Broadway, and I mean that in a good way.
Let it go, Ian. Let it go.
I mean, I'm trying to think of anybody else who could remotely weigh in on this to do something, and I'm pulling up nothing. I mean, Snow White has a small team of dedicated dwarven miners. That would be a solid ground force. But, you know, Elsa can create entire spires and structures out of snow. She can create snow golems with, like, forgive the pun, zero cooldown. Really, Elsa just wipes the floor with everybody else, and Mulan is the one smart enough to get on her side first. The other ones are so, even the smarties like Belle, Ariel with her experience and whatnot, they might be able to think outside the box and try to coordinate others, but they're still going to want to be independent. They still want to be the leading lady and run things and get things done their way. It's kind of like their arcs in their movie. They want to get it done their way. And Mulan's like, no, let's do it. Let's work within the system and make it work in my favor. Bada bing.
Yeah. But, I mean, why would they fight when they could all just team up? Which is
that's
how
fair.
It should really go.
Who would be the best diplomat?
Like they're all smart enough to team up more than fight each other. Like they would be like, this is stupid.
True.
Why are we fighting each other? We could be out there taking over the world altogether.
Well, it depends on what's instigating this conflict. I mean, comic is saying it's a versus, so I'm assuming it's this kind of
comic says that's no fun, but I disagree.
Now, if it's all the Disney princesses versus the Disney collective universe, now you got yourself back.
Nova in the chat, one of our amazing thumbnail artists, says, I thought Kyle was about to say, when can they all just kiss? It's like,
that's from BumbleKast After Dark.
I would say that, though. Hi, Nova.
Given how many, no, seriously though, given the number of alternate Disney things they've got right now, where they just kind of play with the lore loosely and do dramatic things with it, a Game of Thrones-esque The Princesses Take Over the Greater DCU, I don't mean DC Comics, that would be interesting. That could be fun.
Well, I mean, they could take over the Disney universe and then take over the DCU.
I mean, why not? They already ate Marvel.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All right, Digimon 11 asks, April O'Neil and Lois Lane end up working for the Daily Bugle. What shenanigans ensue? Do they get along? And most importantly, how does J. Jonah Jameson treat them? Both of you have fun with this.
I want this, Superman. This is great.
I mean, they're both, like, at the top of their game reporters. Like, I don't think... Does Jameson have an issue with them? I don't think so.
Jameson has an issue with everybody.
Well, yeah, but like any more than anyone else. Like
well, here's the thing. Like when JJ makes his belligerent demands, most people kind of flinch and say, yes, JJ, and they go and do it. Lois and April aren't going to flinch.
That's true.
They're
they don't. Yeah.
Back.
Yeah. They're
going to call him out on all of his bull crap. And he's not going to back down either. So there's lots of screaming matches. It turns out to be the greatest paper that the Daily Bugle has ever produced. But man, you do not want to be in the office when the three of them are going at it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that makes sense.
April and Lois, I see them getting along extremely well as ferocious friendly rivals.
Uh-huh. Definitely.
Like absolute cutthroat in terms of making contacts and getting leads and doing the investigation and getting their hands dirty and getting into the line of fire. They're going to get into more trouble than they usually do just to secure the byline.
Good.
But at the same time, they will leap to each other's rescue immediately and go out for coffee after because, you know, darn it, they're the only person they respect in this crazy town.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm here for it.
You know, and I imagine because of this, Lois is going to be rescued by the Ninja Turtles at some point, and she just kind of goes, right, giant talking turtles, of course they are. Whatever. Just rolls with it.
What? I mean, she should be used to this because, like, it's the DC universe. There's all sorts of weird, wacky, mutant type, animal type characters. It's like, it's completely within her wheelhouse. She's like, yeah, all right. Must be Tuesday.
And Lois and April's going to get rescued by Superman at some point, and she's totally not jealous that Lois has the beautiful, perfect man sweeping her off her feet in any random given moment and helping her out with her stories, no less. Stupid. Totally going to get that byline.
She's cheating. That's what she's doing. She's cheating.
Exactly.
Yep.
But just to have the gladiatorial combat of words between JJ and either one of them would be spectacular. And I also imagine that the three of them are in the office arguing about some point, and April's going to tag team in to support Lois and whatever she's saying just to underscore JJ, but then she's also going to undercut Lois so that she can get the story assignment. And it's this three-way game of chess, arguing and counter-arguing with each other until nobody's really quite sure what the original point was.
Yeah.
Lois just raises her hand. Okay, time out. Why were we even in a disagreement? And JJ just kind of glares at her and says, why are you wasting my time asking me? Get out there, do the story.
Would either of them be at all impressed by Spider-Man? Would they think he's a menace?
Kind of depends on which era of April we're going with, because she was kind of on board with the Turtles at first, and then in the later seasons, she seemed really embittered being around him, which I didn't like. I don't think that.
On which one? On which?
The animated series when she was a reporter.
Okay, so the original, you mean? The first one?
Well, not counting the comics. She wasn't a reporter in that.
Right. And she wasn't in the 2012 one either. So.
Yeah. She hasn't been a reporter for a bit, come to think of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Point is, if we're going early 90s animated, I feel like she'd think he's a bit of a gimmick, but you know, the colors are nice and he's funny, so sure, why not?
Yeah.
Lois, I feel, would be a little less impressed with it. You know, he's making the quips. Can you take this seriously? Listen, kid, with great power comes great responsibility. You got to focus.
Oh no, she said the magic words that are going to get her killed now. Great. Good job, Ian. Get out of here, Flynn. Oi.
April's puzzling out the latest story. It seems like there's like 5 of these spider guys running at any given time. Lois not even looking up from her computer. It's clones. What? I'm telling you, it's clones. Do you have an actual lead to go off with that? Nah, just call it a gut theory. JJ's not going to go with gut theories. I know, I'm working at
it. That's Lois. She'll figure it out. All right. Here's one from Double L. The longest text adventure of your lives continues. To recap, me and Ian share a lizard body. We're in a train station. We have one manhole cover, one door, and one set of moss in our inventory. Our previous actions were to barter for intel after winning at Pogs. Seeing your opportunity, you walk over to the small round pile of Pogs that they have set back up for you. You produce your improvised slammer, and even before you swing it down, the players fall silent with anticipation. The workers on the other side of the room also pause to watch. Holding the manhole cover in the regulation way between your thumb and forefingers, you bring the massive cast iron coin down onto the stack with the gravitas of a shonen anime character getting a season finale power-up. The caps are obliterated, flying everywhere as the cover gets lodged halfway into the ground. You no longer have a manhole cover in your inventory. The room is silent for a long moment before exploding into applause, cheers, and multi-armed pats on the back. As you celebrate with them, it becomes clear that they do not understand you. They are, however, paying attention to you now with the reverence of a sports hero.
Quick aside, note to self, spearhead a Yu-Gi-Oh! Beyblade-esque anime based around Pogs. Because that overdramatic slammer thing will get infinite mileage.
That would be an amazing gif.
Like the Pogs themselves are all representative of ancient spirits or something, yokai, blah, 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 whatever. We'll figure out a plot whenever it's necessary. Point is, dramatic Pog slamming. Okay.
There we go.
Anyway.
Apparently this happened in The World Ends With You.
I never played that all the way through.
Me neither, but that sounds kind of amazing.
Never got around to the sequel either. Not out of lack of desire, mind you, just lack of time and money.
Yeah.
But that's not playing the game here. The game, I am taking my action to try to recover the manhole cover, because you never know when that puppy's going to come in handy.
You might need that.
Now, if it comes to an inventory issue because we've won all the Pogs, and we have a giant metal door, and we have a very precious bit of moss, if we can't carry all of that and the manhole cover, I say we sacrifice the manhole cover first. It served its purpose.
I'm kind of wondering, where did all the Pogs go?
Well, probably a 30-foot radius, but our adoring fans will not leave us without our prize.
Or they are
honorable things.
Or are they under the manhole cover? Did they explode all over?
I'm sure
flying everywhere. Okay, they flew everywhere. Okay, I should read the question that I read.
I'm sure our new minion buddies will gather up our well-won Pogs. That I'm not too concerned about.
Yeah, we need those Pogs. I don't know what for, but we'll need them for something, so we better get them.
We won them, yes.
We better get them, so I'm going to make sure we get all those Pogs.
All right, so there's our actions. See if we can retrieve the manhole cover with it being the lowest priority for inventory, and gather up all of our hard-won Pogs.
We really need those. We'll figure out what for later. Here's one from Dove. Of the franchises you worked on, who was your favorite character to write for in each? Feel free to include Drogoon as well.
I said it before, I'll say it again. With the Sonic series, it's Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a favorite reason for just about everyone, but he has always been the most cathartic. Mega Man, Blues, so much narrative meat. Go for ages with him. You could get his own spin-off book. Blues is great.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles, I will forever be thankful I got to do that Michelangelo macro. I poured my heart and soul into it. It looks fantastic. It's one of the best things I have ever written. I will stand by that. It was good. It was good. My Little Pony, I didn't spend enough time with it to really say, to be perfectly honest. But Rarity is fun to write. Just that character type. And Transformers also didn't do a lot with it, but I got to write Grimlock, and that pretty much sums it up. good, bad, I don't care. I got to write Grimlock. This is great.
Good.
Star Wars didn't do enough there, even to really say. I've got to pull up my own website, bumbleking.com, and look at the portfolio to see what everything I've done.
You've done a lot of stuff. You're busy.
With Archie stuff, Jughead has always been consistently the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the outlier. He calls out all the crazy shenanigans, and he does it dry and deadpan, and he eats a giant burger. I mean, we all aspire to be Jughead deep down, I think. I mean, the Minecraft thing was just more or less me retelling my own experiences with, like, the alpha build. I don't think that counts.
Did you say Dragoon yet?
Not yet. I'm going through all the ones that, most people know.
Yeah, you're building up to it. Got it.
With the DC stuff, it's honestly tricky to pick, mostly because those projects were such large ensemble casts. I didn't get a lot of time to spend with any one character. It was more fun interactions. I think, though, the Batman Shadow interaction, which resonated so well with so many people, I'll go with that. Not necessarily the character, but that moment. That just worked, and I'm proud of that. There's a particular character in the sequel crossover that I was looking forward to, but don't want to spoil that, and we'll see how folks take to that when it comes out. That starts in May.
Interesting.
What else? Out of the characters in Dungeons of Aether, torn between Fleet and Slade. Fleet was a lot of fun because she's so extra, and Slade is so much fun because he's just so cool and smooth and very much in his own world, but he knows that. It's in a savvy way. It's not quite Jack Sparrow, but you get where I'm coming from with it. And, oh God, if we go through the entire list, we'll be here all day. With Dragoon, favorites? I can't pick a favorite. They're all my favorites. Dragoon is my indulgence series. I like these types of characters. I will write them. So they're literally all my favorites. And if I haven't hit that archetype yet, it's because we haven't had enough room and there are more books to be had.
You will like
what
them
has
all.
What has been a challenge, though, is to get beyond this is my favorite mentality. I can't just write a thing because I like it. It has to make sense within the world. It has to make sense for the character. So when plotting things out, when working out character interactions, there is no style sheet. There are no guidelines. I have to look at this myself and say, does this make sense with what I've established? And through that, the characters continue to grow and take shape and solidify. So this will be a continuous process. Not saying that the first book is piecemeal, mind you. It's still solid. It's a good read. But I'm still finding things with the characters as I'm plotting ahead into the future books and going, okay, with this locked in, do these future plans still make sense? Do the characters naturally get there?
Well, what about Claus McGee?
Gosh. Kind of the same thing. All the iterations of Claus are some archetype that I find fun. Mm-hmm. Although I'm still tickled by the running attempts of the tiny girl trying to murder the old man. That was funny.
Good.
And so is not giving any context. That's also funny.
Good.
If you have no idea what I'm talking about, head over to bumbleking.com. That has links to the 9 Lives of Claus McGee and Dragoon, my original comic series, and you can pick them up. Digital, physical formats in some cases, digital only in others. And go get yourself a good read.
Do it. All right, Hero Squad has a question. We know X, so what happened to Mega Man A through W?
Well, in the great pursuit of robotic logistics, sacrifices have to be made.
And we know A and W went to go start a restaurant together and also make a root beer.
Mega Man A, are you certain we should name our products after people? Of course, Mega Man W. Humans enjoy family interactions. They enjoy food. Therefore, family and food interactions will sell all of product. I understand. Brilliant. Yes, brilliant.
Genius. It worked. Sorta.
Bring another pound of brother. We need more burger meat.
Wait, hold on. That's not what I meant.
Mega Man, you have a dark mission today. Yeah, I got the mission parameters, Dr. Light. Is it, you want me to get takeout? That's not what I mean.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Here's one from Jara. Wonder Woman, who has the power to talk to animals, has a number of adorable animal companions. If you could pick one of these for yourself, which would it be? Jumpa, who hails from an alien race of sky kangas, which travel the stars by leaping from planet to planet. Long Ears, the rideable saddle rabbit, which can run like lightning. Swift Maw, the megalodon ruler of the seas, who will devour any who threaten what they care about. Tolafar, the leader of a band of gorilla knights. Or Phyllis, the goat.
I like how each one of these has this quick little narrative to them to explain what makes them amazing, what makes them these great things. And then we have Phyllis.
The goat.
The
greatest of all time, obviously. I'm going to go with Phyllis.
Well, maybe it is. It's not capitalized. I'm taking it as just the, but
Why not? Why not both?
I mean, I am inclined to go with planet hopping sky kanga. I feel like that opens you up to a lot of fun narrative possibilities, but Tracy Yardley, a fantastic artist and storyteller in his own right, has been workshopping a story called Rabbit Riders for years, and I've only seen like a couple of sketches of it, and I'm like, dude, I need this to exist. And that immediately springs to mind when you mention Diana riding on a giant lightning fast battle rabbit. So, how much? What's the weight load to Jumpa? Can Jumpa bring?
I don't know.
Long Ears and Diana on adventures? Can we get an aerial drop of Diana and her battle rabbit? The battle is ours, Lord Kangas. Indeed, General. Wait, what is that in the sky? It's a sky kanga. It isn't merely one. We will shoot it down. No, it's dropping something. Look out, it's deployed the battle rabbit. It is just merely a single battle rabbit. Our tanks can handle it. It has the Princess of Themyscira. Retreat!
I looked these up and they're pretty cool. Jumpa the Sky Kanga. Okay, all right. Maybe not the goat. Maybe the Kanga. I'll give you that. Oh, boy. All right, ready to take a quick break?
I think we do. I need to just recover from the idea of sky-deployed battle rabbits.
All right. We'll be back in a little bit here on the BumbleKast.
We're the bee and the berry. I'm the bee.
Straubs. No, I'm the bee.
Oh, my bad. We can cut that, right?
No, we can cut that.
Okay. We're the bee and the berry.
I'm the bee.
And I'm Strawberry.
And The Bee and the Berry is an irregularly scheduled podcast where we talk all things Sonic, writing fan fiction, and fan creation.
We snoop around at fan events, review the latest and hottest Sonic content, and host interviews with our fellow Sonic fan creators.
You know, just girly things.
And hey, if you want, you can totally send us any discussion topics or questions you'd like us to talk about, and we might answer them.
Or we might not.
But hey, you never know. You can find us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Tumblr, and YouTube at The Bee the Berry.
Okay, we're running out of time here. Gotta grow fast.
Ciao!
We're back, and we got a question from Quishpin. The Angry Beavers are on a road trip and end up in Silent Hill. What hell awaits them?
This is just a sequel to the Halloween special, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. I know nothing about the Angry Beavers, so I'm out of my depth.
They were part of the Nicktoons renaissance around the time of like Doug and Rugrats and those shows.
Yeah, so I'm like I know nothing.
And it was about two brothers, Norbert and Daggett, who are out on their own for the first time. And it's really hard to describe the humor outside of surrealist.
Okay.
But lots of nerdcore stuff right up your alley, and a lot of just funny reaction noises from the two of them for the most part. And the one episode that I will still quote to this day and had us in tears, entire family, was the Halloween special, where it had been established that they were fans of old B-movie schlock. And they wind up at the stately manor of their favorite B-movie actor, Oxnard Montalvo. And a meteor from space lands under the villa and brings to life all of the movie monster memorabilia in his villa. And it becomes this hodgepodge B-movie. And it's one part send up to B-movie horror and a complete lampoon of the genre. And I'm not doing it justice. It is hysterical. And the girlfriend, heroine, the female character of it all, is named Toluca Lake. So the Silent Hill crossover is even more apt.
Uh-oh.
So in this regard, it would be the two of them bumbling around the foggy streets of wherever, completely oblivious that they have wandered into this psychological horror bubble and just being weirded out by all the strange people there. I mean, maybe it's the local custom. Who can say? We're not here to judge. We're just here to get some tilapia and move on. It's part of the road trip.
Okay.
And it just slowly dawning upon them that they are in a honest to God horror scenario. And then once that clicks, there's a great deal of screaming and running and hilarity.
Good.
Also, you got to have a callback to the crawling spleen. It's got to make a return.
Well, I mean, based on that name, it certainly sounds like a Silent Hill thing. Could work.
But you see, the doctors went too far. They gave the spleen an opposable thumb.
No, don't never give anything an opposable thumb if they don't already have it. That's, oh man.
It's just a
dangerous.
spleen that crawls around with its thumb. I don't know why that's so funny.
Because it's a spleen with an opposable thumb. That's why it's funny.
Spleen.
That's why it's funny. God. All right, we got a question from Moolah Man. Follow up for my December question. Shredder 2003 and Bowser Nemesis swap. How hard would Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings fanboy and fangirl over the Ninja Turtles? Also in my head, the Koopalings are still Bowser's children. I'm with you, Moolah Man. I think it's kind of silly that they're not his kids technically anymore. That's goofy. I'm gonna go. They're always the Koopa kids to me.
I imagine Junior and the Koopalings mark out over them hardcore and are in absolute denial that they're not part of the Koopa troop. Like, you have to be one of us. You're just so cool. And inadvertently, accidentally become heroes because they're following around their heroes.
That's weird, but funny.
Where they run into trouble is the actual Koopa Bros from Paper Mario, who are super jealous that these outsiders have stolen their gimmick, clearly.
Of course, yeah.
So they are going to do their utmost to outshine these pretenders, only to lead to hilarious, disastrous results.
Yeah. Good old Koopa Bros. They'll accuse the Ninja Turtles of stolen valor.
But it's okay. They all team up when the Axum Rangers show up.
And then the Ninja Turtles will be like, I don't think that means what you think it means.
Mikey's like, dude, do you have to get like a lawyer? I didn't want to infringe anybody's copyright. Mikey, no, Mikey, stop it. Don't listen to them.
Oh, no.
But they got like the bandanas and everything, dude. No, Mikey, just Ninja hit the damn turtle.
Do something. Here's a question from Nicole. In Catadel's Tomb of Crimson Skulls, you checked your inventory before trying to grab the ruby skull from between two troll guards. As a sneak, you have a set of lockpicks, a spool of extra strength tripwire, and a vial of slumber poison. On April 14th, you also chose an heirloom dagger to which poison could be applied. You previously stated that this dagger was for revenge. Knocking out one troll this way would be trivial. Both would be tricky. Do you stick to this plan or go to your plan B?
Okay, very generous of you to let me walk this back and rethink. You could have let me just fumble into my foibles.
Could have.
All right, so what I'm going to do now with this in mind, I'm going to take a bit of a gamble. I'm going to take the sleepy poison vial, give it a good hearty shake, and throw it down between the troll guards and hope it bursts open as an aerosol. It may not knock them out, but it may make them drowsy and inattentive enough that I can scurry up, grab my prize, scurry back down, and safely escape.
Okay, that works, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not the DM in this situation. They'll get to figure that out.
And Nicole, don't be afraid to call me out on my bluff here. If things go bad, it's still going to be entertaining.
Yes. If Ian rolls a 1, stick with the 1. Don't try and fudge it.
You throw the vial and it bounces off the back of their head. They turn around and murder you. Game over.
Well, that's no fun, but, it's what happens. Here's one from Professor Scruffymet. Happy 30 years of Pokemon! To celebrate, the Pokemon Company has asked the two of you to design a new Pokemon typing for the next game. For reference, the 18 existing Pokemon types are normal, grass, fire, water, flying, bug, poison, electric, ground, fighting, psychic, rock, ice, ghost, dragon, dark, steel, and fairy. What new type will you choose, and what strengths and weaknesses will it have against other types?
Yes, Kyle, what do you think? You being an established avid Poke fan.
Of course! I know everything. I'm looking at all these like, what's left?
Honest question, did you know about fairy type?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know off the top of my head which Pokemon are fairy type, but I know that they're fairy. I know fairy type Pokemon exist.
Okay.
I don't know what it means, but I know it's real.
It's kind of vague, magical, and seems to be the catch-all. We wanted to do a food type, but that doesn't make sense, so it's now a fairy.
Okay, yeah. Well, okay. Well, Jigglypuff is...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know fairy went all the way back to, like, the beginning, basically, so...
No, that's retroactive. It's the newest one.
Oh. What was Jigglypuff before, then? Normal?
I'm pretty sure it was normal, yeah.
Oh. Well, that's silly. Okay.
So a whole bunch got reconfigured into being fairy type, and that changed the meta entirely.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I feel like fairy type is something that's been around for a long time. What the heck? What the heck? Did I gaslight myself into thinking that? Is that what that means?
Because there were the 15 initially, and then they added Steel and Dark in Gen 2.
Okay.
And then that was the way it was until last gen when they added... Oh, wait, was the gen before that? There's been a few gens since I last played. But, yeah, Fairy came in years down the line.
Oh, okay. It's just retroactive. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
For my part, I think it would make sense to do a audio or sound type.
Oh.
This has been speculated in the fandom for a long time. There are a number of moves that are sound related specifically. And one of my favorites, Loudred, is very themed around sound. There's a number of singing and other sound adjacent critters out there. So
yeah,
it would make enough sense to me. I think you would have a decent enough move pool, a handful of Pokemon that you could, like with fairy type, retroactively bring them into the fold, and then you could spin out from there.
And for synergistic crossover potential, we could call it Sonic type.
Hey, let's not do that. But what would it do typing wise? That's the tricky thing.
Okay, it could be.
Leah says Shatter, Rock, and Ice, so
okay,
that works. And here's where it bugs me, because it's usually what is it strong against and what is it weak against. I would like to see something where it collaborates with a type, because Sonar works so much better underwater. if there was some way you could have a sound type and a water type work together for a super effective move, that would be neat. Maybe that's the gimmick you bring in with the sound type is cooperative moves. You had your, I guess it's kind of like weather effects. Maybe, I'm not sure how you would implement it though. But instead of just the strong versus weak, it would be strong, weak, and cooperative, compatible. Not a dual attack like that one move that Halucha has that's flying and fighting. I mean, something where maybe in like team battles, one move sets up the other, or if one is active, the other one is more effective. Maybe it would be more effective if it was like a weather effect or like a field condition. I don't know how to implement it, to be perfectly honest, but I think sound would make the most sense.
Yes. Fae hate loud noises, so they're probably weak against this new sound type.
Yeah, all right.
Fairy would be. We'll do something like that. Sure. All right. Next up, question from Soccercott. To reduce carbon emissions, all vehicles except forklifts are banned. How would the world change?
Well, traffic would certainly be slower, but also more battle heavy. Because if everyone's driving a forklift, everyone is ready to joust.
But there are many different types of forklifts, so it's like, what would it'd be a little worrisome, I think, for certain forklifts to be out there.
The satisfaction of getting behind that guy who's doing 60 in the passing lane and just scoot up behind him and lift them out of the way. Just boop.
Yes. True. You just better hope it's not a bigger forklift than yours or you're screwed.
Where there's a forklift, there's a way, Kyle.
Not all forklifts are made equal.
Sometimes you just need the determination, or to come at it sideways so you can pierce the side of it and then lift it away like a mighty rhinoceros.
Something like that.
If I have not made it clear, I should not be given a forklift license.
No, that's okay. I don't have a forklift license, and I've driven a forklift.
Oh my God, Kyle just admitted to a federal crime.
I know how to drive a forklift. They can't prove nothing.
The BumbleKast is not admissible to court as evidence. Add that to disclaimer quick.
They can't prove nothing. They can't prove I did anything like that. They can't prove it. I can say it, but they can't prove it. All right, here's the Oddly Roger. The Bumble Cafe is open for business. What signature dishes and drinks are on the menu?
I've actually thought about this because one of the major coffee donut places up here, Tim Hortons, about the time I came up here, they started to move away from the we have good coffee and donuts model to we're a family restaurant with sandwiches and drinks
with
and
food.
Options. And no.
With food, yeah.
It's going to be a cafe. You do good coffee and you do good donuts. You don't need to freaking diversify. Have a good egg sandwich for the morning commute, and that's it. Do it right.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Lee in the chat says no one knows what Tim Hortons is. Yeah, they do.
I gave context.
Enough people know what Tim Hortons is.
Oh.
It's fine.
Behind not everyone who listens is Canadian.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but what else? What else are you gonna call it? They have them in some. They have them in some northern states. It's fine.
Yeah, and they have exclusive stuff in them sometimes. There was like a blueberry Timbit we found in Ohio, and it's like, why do we not have this up north?
Rude.
But like, if you're gonna have a cafe, just stick to the cafe. You know?
Yeah.
And at the same time, don't get all up in your own business about, oh, what a cafe. You don't need 17 signature coffees. You don't need your like perfectly pristine pastry that's dusted with powdered sugar and chocolate that's been, I don't know, fancy stuffed chocolate. No, just keep it simple, you know? You have a good croissant, you got a good bagel, you got a good biscuit, you got maybe 3 different blends of coffee and a couple of teas. Something where you come in, you know exactly what you want, you grab it, you go. Or you sit there with your laptop to read the news and pretend to write the book that you've been picking at for 6 years. You know, just keep it simple, keep it homely, and just make sure it's quality. Simple baked goods, simple coffee, simple teas, bing, bang, boom. Like 20 things on the menu. Doesn't change for 40 years. Just keep it good.
As long as we got a good cold brew, I'm set.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. You'll put ice in your coffee? Shock and horror. I know, but...
Also, all the employees are paid a living wage.
What? Oh, I don't think we can afford that.
Well, we're having a fantasy cafe here, Kyle. I might as well go all out.
Well, I've been dropped out of this fantasy. All right, Vineclad has a question. You've been going at this for some time, Mr. Flynn. If I were to guess, you've probably answered at least 16,670 questions on the BumbleKast. Makes me wonder, what questions that you've answered in the past would you answer differently in the present?
That is not a small number.
Is that actually accurate? I wonder.
If they went through the BumbleKast Q&A master list.
Yeah, did the math. That could be right.
You don't even have to count it. You just have to go the number of rows. And pick the biggest number.
That is not a small number.
Golly.
That's not a small number. That is a big number.
That is a lot of times to not know what I'm talking about.
And there's a lot of questions we can't go back and relitigate, really.
Yeah, I don't know. What would I answer differently? Probably all of them. And I'm not being facetious. It's like some of it is I've learned more since then, whether it's about the topic at hand or how better to engage with the audience or how less to leave myself exposed to less charitable listeners. But also, I have like zero consistency on some of this stuff. I'm sure there's a question in there that's been asked more than once, and you compare the answers and you go, what is he talking about? The answer is whatever's on my mind in the here and now.
How many are the same question rephrased? Probably about 15,000 of them.
I don't think that's a bad estimate.
in some ways, yes.
But I answered as best I could at the time, given my then state of knowledge and state of mind. And
has your state of mind slipped more or less since we've been doing this show?
Debatable.
Uh-huh.
But no, I probably would reassess just about all of them to some degree or another, whether it's the content of the answer or the way I deliver the answer.
Yes.
But, hindsight's 2020. Live and learn. Keep growing. Keep changing. Keep answering questions here on the BumbleKast.
Crazy. All right.
By that same token, Kyle,
that
means you have asked about 16,670 questions.
Huh. Well, that's weird.
And that's not counting the outtakes. That's not counting the recording issues where you've had to reread questions.
It's why I never have to ask you about anything because I've already asked you all the questions. I don't have to ask you anything. No, I
mean, we can shave a handful off when I've asked them, but by and large,
they're from me to you. It's true. We do have one last question on this episode from Wildcard717. For both Ian and Kyle, if you could choose any musical artist, who would you want to compose and or perform the theme song for a Dragoon anime or video game?
I'm so spoiled for choice because when researching this one, I kind of went off the rails and started thinking of like an entire soundtrack. And it's like, who is everybody for this project? It's like, wait, no, that's not what they asked. They asked specifically an anime or a video game. Still, I think I can boil it down to Dan Avidan.
Okay.
I want my own version of Light Brigade.
Okay. I was wondering.
Like, not one of his sillier stuff. He does great comedy stuff, but when he does his legit ballads, they rock.
Yeah. Starlight Brigade.
He would be, I can just imagine what he would compose.
Yep.
And it would be glorious. So yes, him.
And that's with Twerp, too. So I was like thinking, like, when you said Dan Avidan, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can see it. I can hear it. That is a great choice. I have no notes. I can't. I'll go with that because that's perfect, honestly. And I think that's where we'll end this episode of the BumbleKast.
A lovely note to end on. Thank you so much to everyone who supports the show with their questions and their monetary support over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or by being a YouTube member. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Go read more Drogoon so I can make more Drogoon so I can hire Dan to make musical genius. And we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
Take care, everybody.
Also, shout out to the folks who I see my inbox lighting up with purchases at the Bumble Comic Shop. Thank you.
Wow. Are you guys in here? Are you listening? Maybe you can head on over to the Ko-fi, the BumbleKast shop on Ko-fi and pick up some stickers and prints. We do still have those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am trying to figure out a good marketing strategy, and all I need to do is say, hey, buy this thing, and it happens.
That's
so simple. After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to host the BumbleKast.
You've been listening to the BumbleKast, a co-production of Bumble King Comics and the KNGI Network. Original theme music composed by Ken Coda Snyder. Remixed intro by T-Lopes. Find out more information, along with podcast feeder links, MP3 downloads, and more at bumbleking.com and kngi.org.
It's been a very busy, stressful 2 months. I know we're only halfway through March, but I'm still counting it.
Hell of a year, huh? Sir, it's March.
Yeah.
Yeah.